Hey, what's up, Hot Garbage Squad? Today we're back with another video. In this video, I'm talking about RTA, but two things in particular. The RTA meta and the balance patch, and two, improving RTA because it's still very terrible concept. Okay, so before I do that, let's summon two squirrels because last time I got a Leica. Right? No, like, oh my god, I can get my Leica! Wait, I don't want a Leica. Wait. I thought this was white for a moment, but then I'm like, wait, this is a Mystic Squirrel. He sucks. Alright, that's my review. Anyways, so let's go and do the video here. So as you can see, RTA, it ends in 6 hours and about 30 minutes here. And this is, I don't know what season this is, but it's been a long season, multiple seasons, and everything has still been the same since day one. So if you don't know what I mean because you're new, or you do know what I'm talking about, then I want your feedback as well in the comments below. But first, let's talk about the meta and the balance patch. First of all, in my opinion, I do not see a significant balance patch that will be coming that will shift the meta. I like the fact that they changed Daphnis, Shiho, and made them very usable and shifted the meta was fantastic, right? You made some bad nat 5s into some great niche units that are for PvP, but not so much for, you know, PvE content, for example. So that was fantastic. But will we see something coming like that after this patch? Personally, I don't think so. The last balance patch was pretty weak, and this one will also be pretty weak. So, right, if you don't know right now, I'll look at the best replays. And if you don't know what's in common, I will tell you. So the first thing here that you'll probably notice is a lot of speed leads and a lot of control units. And third thing you'll probably notice is a lot of LD nat 5s. So the LD nat 5 problem is not so much a problem because, you know, the wallet talks and that's what keeps the game going. But the other problem here is maybe not a problem, but maybe the direction that Com2uS wants to take. And if that's the direction they want to take, then so be it. But let's talk about what that direction is. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will see a theme here. All of these teams have one speed lead and a bunch of control units. So to win in this meta, you must take first turn, and that's why having really fast violent runes or really fast swift runes will help you win in this meta. So if you don't, like for this, for example, on the left side, this person has a Vanessa, Lauren, Gianna. 3 units that pair really well to take first turn. On the opposing side, he's not getting first turn because he's a whale, and he's going to pop a Leo because it counters the whole speed meta. So you see the idea here to take first turn. Even this, he drops as a speed lead to go with a Triton. Triton got buffed, it counters the whole speed meta. So cleaving is like 10 times much harder now because of rune quality and base speed on that unit. And then the other side, he's trying to take first turn, running double speed lead. And he's most likely going to ban the Triton because it's powerful. But you see the idea. The right side, the Shimate team, Verd team goes first. He can shred the enemy team by cleaving it. On the opposite side, if he gets first turn, he controls the enemy cleave team and none of his units will move and you automatically win. So you will see that trend here. And it has been even more prevalent because they made Lauren and Verd very, very meta along with Fran. So if you don't know what I mean, Lauren decreases the attack bar. Her base speed is actually not terrible, and you will see the same concept here. So the left side accepted, they're taking turn 2. On the right side, they're taking turn 1 with a bunch of LDs and Lauren speed lead. So you will see this trend going. So I don't know if this is the trend they want to continue, but let me say this at the beginning. If you're going to pick one playstyle for RTA, which is control, first turn control, and put everyone to sleep, pick everything off one by one, okay, you got maybe like, I don't know how much player base that enjoys that, but apparently all these top players do. Or maybe they're doing it just because that's how it is. For me, I play a little bit different, as you know. I like to cleave, I like the first turn, I like to win or lose in about 30 seconds because I don't like to deal with violent procs. And if you are going to lock out a playstyle like this guy right here, he's going for the cleave team, and they want to go for the left side, which is CC, control, and not damage, just having interaction. That is what I'm going to call it, interaction here. So it's a question. Are you destroying the right side combination here of cleaving and going for the left side for control? Then that's something for, I guess the company to kind of revisit, because I'll give you an example here. For a regular arena, if you look at a regular arena, Like this is regular arena. This is what I'm talking about. The regular arena where you can get a free reward. This has been a Swift meta for ages, like since the dawn of time. And the difference here is Comtois has publicly stated they don't want to sway up the Swift meta because people are so invested in it, and it has continued to be what it is. Take first turn and cleave the enemy team and win. Or you can Bruiser, but the most prominent playstyle to get Legend is you have to clear in like 10, 20, 30 seconds to be number 1. So if you're in a Bruiser argument here, you're not getting Legend unless you're like boosted. Anyways, the reason why I bring that up is because they have a similar philosophy here where they don't want to change up the playstyle of real-time arena to make it too different or like change it too drastically, because people are so invested in their runes already to build up what the meta is currently today. So they may be thinking any big meta shift or big unit shift, like a new introduction of a new rune, or nerfing Violent, or making runes too powerful, may change up what they're slowly pushing towards, which is that control unit. Anyways, that's my little rant there about what I don't agree with what they're doing, but that is, I see the direction in it, and if so, it will lock out some players like myself from enjoying this game. Because we found a playstyle we enjoy, and then we're being locked out with some of the units that they've released, like Antares, like the Windrude, and like the Miho, for example. Anyways, moving on to buffs and nerfs. So I know you guys want to see a big shift in this meta, a big shift, but you will still see Gani Hathor. It's going to be the most prominent. In fact, I think units that are going to get buffed will be controls type units. Like I said earlier in this video, I don't think they will buff, I don't think they get a significant buff, but the left side, you're going to see something on the left side. Gani Hathor, pretty standard, or a bunch of LD units. You know, if I were to do a balance patch, here's Foxy's balance patch, okay? First of all, let's take this Antares and change this skill so it's 50% chance to take a turn when the enemy turn ends. Why? Because 50% is pretty, like, does it happen or does it not happen? I have an idea. If you didn't get it, it's sarcasm. If you also didn't get it, how about we just give Diana an innate balance set so you can put her on rage and do tons of damage? So if they were to do a balance patch, here is what I would do. Make some accountability for consistency. This thing violent proccing a billion times because of this, how her passive works, and a balance set, I don't think should be a thing. I don't think Diana should take 4 turns in a row and your whole team's wiped. I don't agree that this unit here, I mean, I'm not saying to nerf it, but I don't agree that this skill can be permanently up if you violent proc. I also don't agree that this RNG unit can swing a game and make you lose, as you saw in the World Finals. I get it, it's a comeback potential. However, inconsistency makes you want to pull out your hairs and throw your phone and destroy it. Another thing, and these are just ideas at the top of my head, I'm not saying these should be implemented, but I think these are inconsistency factors that you see in the game that make it really unfun. Most of you guys ruin this on revenge. It's a fact, because when you revenge, you get the attack bar. And to give you an idea of how it works in 2 scenarios, first scenario, cleaving. If you cleave and use like a, if you use like, let's say, a Gemini second skill onto the Verd, the Verd revenges. Your whole team gets cut because the enemy team's running a speed lead, Verd, and a Swift unit, and the Verd pumps up their Swift unit above yours. You'll lose. Okay, on the flip side, what if we just, it'll be easier if I find a replay for you. So let me find something that's similar to that. There's a Verd. It's right here. It's like exactly what I was saying. Gemini goes, the Verd counters, then his Lauren goes, and then he controls your team. You'll lose. It's a fact. That's how what I mean by inconsistency here. Same with this one. Let's just say that the Verd revenges, it will put up the attack bar of his whole team to control this Hathor variation team. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? And for the second part of this video, moving on, not so much about the balance patch or about the units here, is improving RTA. I already did a video about this, but we're not going to see any changes. Like, as much as you guys want to cry about it, or leave a comment about it, or post Reddit threads or on your Facebook group, whatever, I don't think it's going to change because it's been 11 seasons, I think 11, I'm not sure how much, and it's still the same. Look at this. Why do I even want to play RTA? These rewards are hot garbage. I get 5 transmogs for being Challenger 3. That is very insignificant for a season that is this long. So if you shorten your seasons and I get 5 transmogs, I can't be mad. If it's playing for half a year and I get 5 transmogs for Challenger 3, wow, fantastic. I loved it. Sign me up. I will get my transmog in about 20 billion years. Anyways, moving on. Look at these transmogs too. You may be saying, oh my god, G1, I got a sick nasty unit. Honestly, the community, this one is like hot garbage. The effects are garbage, like cool. You gotta be G1 to get a skin. I get it, it's exclusive, but at least I would say put a little bit more effort into like a prize that you play a whole season for. This is like not good. And when you lose an RTA battle, you don't even get any points. That's the worst thing. So it doesn't even stop people from like, there's no incentive to play is what I'm trying to say. The reward system is hot garbage. And look at this. Some of you guys have mentioned before. This, you get, I believe you get 5. I'm not sure. I think you get 5. Correct me if I'm wrong here. For 1 win. And look how expensive this shop is. If you want to blow through 30 wings playing control style, it's going to be about 3 hours, give or take. I think 3 hours. It takes me about 1.5 hours to cleave 30 wings. And for me to get maybe half, like let's say you got half the wins, how many, like I can maybe get 100 for 2 hours of play for 1 scroll. That's my reward. That is the worst investment of my time. I can be farming and doing other things, not pulling my hair out, smashing my phone. And like these mounts, they're not even that cool. Like I don't stare on my island, but some of you guys really want the wing transmog here, and that what's like this. I don't think it should be gate kept because at this point in time, everyone's got like a lot of these anyway. So why don't you make these more accessible and lower the rate of them so players have an incentive to play. Also, the special league coming up, I think it's fantastic actually. Nat 4 league, you won't have to deal with Nat 5 pay to win units and just rune quality. So there's no reason for you to kind of complain about your units aren't good enough because it's a Nat 4 league and not even 20-star league. So, but here I've heard the argument here is, why don't we have a special league that always goes on along with this regular RTA league? And I don't agree with that because the player base is already so small. People are like begging for you to do 10 placements as a community to increase the percentage size of C1 and G1. To split up the community between this mode and then a Nat 4 only mode or whatever special mode is going to diminish the existing player base, and that's already hurting what our current issues are already, which is the ranking system. You know, people say that they're C1 but they get G1 players, and that's the matchmaking system because what, no one plays, so you get matched with whoever is available to play with. And like balance patches, like we said earlier, there's a problem. The meta is going to be that meta for a billion years until they shift the meta. So an argument here is to have more balance patches with smaller changes, have a big balance patch at the end of the season, have a drastic change. So it's not the same thing, you got a new flavor, but like I said earlier, ComTwist probably doesn't want to change it up too much with what I said before. So as a community, I want to know, what are your thoughts? You know, what would you do to make RTA better? What would make you play RTA? Because personally for me, I don't think I will be playing RTA much longer because it's too stressful for what I get out of it. The only reason I do it is because it's content for my YouTube channel. Other than that, I'd probably be sitting G1 every season and just cleaving for fun and pull my hair out for like a day while I rush for it. Anyways, Hot Garbage Squad, if you listened, I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment about what you would do to make you want to play RTA.